The break of dawn on September 11th, 2001, gave way to a day that the world will never forget. It was a day that etched itself indelibly into the collective memory of humankind, a day of unspeakable tragedy and unexpected heroism. Across the globe, people remember where they were, what they were doing, and how they felt as events unfolded. In the early hours of the morning, the hustle and bustle of New York City was in full swing. Workers commuted to their offices, children hurried to schools, and tourists admired the city's colossal skyline. Amongst the iconic high-rises stood the World Trade Center's Twin Towers, a symbol of America's economic power and ambition. At 8:46 a.m., the serenity of the morning was shattered. American Airlines Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower, setting it ablaze. It was a shocking sight that left onlookers standing in disbelief, their minds struggling to comprehend what they were witnessing. At 9:03 a.m., disbelief turned to collective horror as United Airlines Flight 175 struck the South Tower, plunging the city into chaos. The narrative of the day's events was not confined to just New York. At 9:37 a.m., the western facade of the Pentagon, the heart of the nation's military operations, was struck by American Airlines Flight 77. Just over 22 minutes later, at 10:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 93 crashed into a field in Pennsylvania after passengers, informed of the attacks via phone calls with loved ones, heroically attempted to regain control of the aircraft. Their bravery prevented further devastation in the nation's capital. In the immediate aftermath, the streets of Lower Manhattan were a terrifying blend of panic and confusion. First responders raced against time to rescue the injured, battling soot, ash, and fire in a desperate struggle for life. Firefighters, police officers, paramedics, and ordinary civilians alike embodied unparalleled courage. Amidst the falling debris, they searched for survivors, risked their own lives, and became beacons of hope and strength amidst overwhelming devastation. By the end of the harrowing morning, the landscape of New York City had changed forever. The mighty Twin Towers, beacons of progress and prosperity, were reduced to rubble. The nation, shaken to its core, witnessed both the darkest facets of hatred and the most luminous acts of humanity. Stories emerged of strangers helping strangers, of communities uniting in shared grief and resilience. In classrooms globally, teachers paused lessons to turn on televisions, sharing in the nation's mourning. In homes, hearts ached for those who would never return, for the families that were forever altered, and for the loss of collective innocence. As the day turned to night, candles were lit in vigils worldwide, as the names of the nearly 3,000 victims were spoken with reverence.